I have a Whirlpool WTW5057 here. It has the 2-in-1 agitator in it, and I'm going to see if I can take the agitator out and the wash plate to show you how to replace it. This is kind of a newer unit on the market, but I predict the agitator, the wash plate, and the cap that goes between the wash plate and the cap are going to have nightmares on replacement. Don't know if they'll continue to do this design or not because it's kind of nifty, but let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to replace the wash plate. I'm going to try to figure it out myself, and we're going to see what we can learn together. Let's go.
To start, open the lid and lift up on the agitator handle, then turn the agitator counterclockwise about 1/8 of a turn to dislodge the agitator from the base and then pull up. If you struggle to turn the agitator in the tub, something could have locked it in place potentially. I would suggest using a mild cleaner like a Fresh Tablets or a wash bomb to get the agitator and plate loose as needed. You'd want to try a hot temperature deep wash in the process of that to help. Otherwise, here's what the agitator looks like out of the housing. There's not really a lot you can damage by forcing it off other than the agitator itself, in my opinion. With the agitator off, here's what the working cap system looks like. It has a spring underneath to allow the cap to move up and down to lock the agitator in place. To remove it, I am using a trampoline spring tool, but any sort of hooked device will work, and I will have a link to exactly what I'm using in the description and the product tags as well. Use the tool to hook the plate cap from the slot and then pull up, and it should dislodge the agitator cap system. Underneath, this is what the cap looks like. It's possible that the fingers that hold the cap in place could have issues flexing when they get removed, so one potential solution to removing this, if it's bound up, would be to insert thin slotted screwdrivers into the holes and then flex the pieces outward to then dislodge and remove the cap. Next, this is what you should see under the cap. There are holes that the agitator slots into, as well as the wash plate screw, which is removed with a 7/16 socket. You could use an impact gun or a socket wrench with an extension. Otherwise, the screw turns counterclockwise to remove. If you use the socket wrench, I found that it was too tough to do by myself due to the having to hold the tub and turn the socket wrench. So I had to have someone hold the tub in place while I turned the wrench. You could need an extension bar to remove it because this was a little bit difficult. But once you have the screw out, you can now remove the plate from the gear case and inspect what's underneath. If you're replacing any of the three parts, the agitator, the plate cap, or the wash plate itself, please consider purchasing them from our store. It will help my channel out to make more videos like this. The tub at the bottom is held in by a spanner nut. If by some reason you need to remove the nut to remove the tub or any other thing, you'd use a Whirlpool spanner wrench, and I will include a link to one in the description and a product tag as well, but we didn't need to do that in this video, so we are not removing the tub or basket in this video. Underneath, we found a bit of cloth wrapped around the gear case, splines for reference, but this was a nearly brand new unit, so everything was really easy and not damaged, so this is what everything should generally look like if it's in good working order. From here, you would go ahead and install a new wash plate if by chance the old one's splines were stripped. You would do this by aligning the plate with the gear case splines, pressing it down to slot it in place. Once the wash plate is in place, you'll need to put a thread locker on the wash plate screw before you reinstall it. It was clear there was some prior thread locker on this when we had removed it. You're going to squirt the blue thread locker onto the screw vertically so the liquid spreads entirely through the threading on the screw. Next, you're going to reinstall the screw however you removed it. So in my case, socket wrench with a friend holding the tub to ensure that it was simply torqued down properly for the installation. With this done, you're going to simply slot the plate cover back into place. It only slots one way into the plate with these tabs around the side, and it will snap into place. Then you reinstall the 2-in-1 agitator. Now you've replaced the entire system. Congratulations. Here's the part numbers that we used in this video, or what would be proper with this WTW5057, but it could vary from model to model in the future, as this is the first agitator on the system and they may change the part numbers in the future. Have a great day.